Have you ever been nervous about calling your sphere of influence? Amy Q from our team was, and she crushed it, taking a $1 million plus listing. We're going to explain how that happened next. If you get some value out of this, you like what you hear, make sure to subscribe to the channel, hit the bell for notifications, and if you want to schedule a call with our team about your business, look at the link in the comments to book a time. So I'm here with Amy Q, and Amy is a killer agent. Very grateful to have her and as part of our team. And we were talking one day about how do I get more listings, right? And we know that 65% of sellers list because of proximity. So what was your limiting belief around like your sphere, your network, your people you know? Because I think a lot of people probably feel this way.
I am at an age where everybody has these high school students that maybe want to wait, wait till college. And I kept complaining, I just don't have a sphere that's moving right now. And it changed. You're at a party, you're socializing, and one thing leads to another, and somebody needs help. And I took it from there. So
you're being you're really dumbing this down. I think there's a lot more involved in what you did. So obviously, I think a lot of people feel that way. My friends are moving. The people I know are moving, especially having high school kids. That's a really tough time. You've got kids in high school. You don't want to pull them out. I get all that. And what ended up happening was you were at a party. Someone's talking to you, and what was the situation? It sounded like it was like a job relocation, kind of unexpected, right?
It was a job relocation. Hey, I need help. I know the best realtor who can help me. Please, Aim, can you help me? And I said, perfect. So you are at a social gathering, having fun, maybe talking business and kids and social. And next thing you know, I said, well, let's talk business, and I'll come to the house and kind of implement everything that I value in our business.
And this is a key part here. Because a lot of people, they go right into business mode at the party. They're like, hey, let's go over here. Let's talk about it. And let's go out to lunch and have a meeting. That's not what you want to do here. You treated this person like a client because they're also your friend. You got a personal relationship with them, and you should treat your friends like clients. So were you nervous about having that like next step? Did you feel the need to make it more casual, or did you want to take it right to, here's what I do, here's how I get listings, and you're doing it in a friendly way, obviously, but tell me what was going through your head.
At first, I was honored that I was like, you're right. Like, we are friends and we see each other weekly or biweekly at events, but now you need my help. So now I have to turn into business mode, and I'd be happy to come to the house so we can be a little more focused, and I kind of can show you exactly what I do outside of our friendship, and I went from there.
If you don't get anything else out of this video, listen to what Amy just said there, because that is where a lot of people fall short. They make it too casual. Let's meet for drinks. I'll tell you everything. Let's go out to dinner. That's not what you want to do. You want to have a meeting where you're focused on the objective of selling the home. That's what consumers want. And so now this person came to you. So what have you done not to be a secret agent? Because I think that's another component here. She knew you were an agent, right? This person knew who you were. They came right to you, which is awesome. How have you been letting people know in like a nice, non-invasive way? Because that's the other way you want to work your database and your network.
So I guess anytime you're at a social atmosphere or an event, people often ask. I get that question a lot. How's the market? So to answer your question, I guess not only is my social media. I use social media. There's certain kids events we go to, and something might come up and I'll say, hey, did you happen to see that property? Just business kind of comes into the conversation. And so I think they know it, like it's just well known.
Well, and what Amy's not telling you is she's on our role play calls every day. You know what to say to people. You know how to respond to these questions. And that's really the most important thing is you got to go from social to business like pretty quickly. It's got to happen pretty fast. So for people that are maybe like struggling or they're nervous, like, oh, I don't have anyone in my sphere that's moving, which I call BS on, and I said that to you, right? Or they're nervous about talking to them. They don't want to come across too salesy. What advice do you have? This is a major limiting belief for people in our industry.
It was tough. I was nervous because I didn't want anything to ruin a friendship, and I didn't want to cross any lines or feel as though she made the wrong choice calling a friend. Mm-hmm. So I just was myself. I brought the business that I knew, so the training we have here and all the times like say this and approach it like this. And I just implemented everything that we're taught. And I feel it just took the edge off of hopefully, you're always hopeful you can serve them in a good way. And I just took what I knew and kind of implemented it.
And so what happened here was you sold above the asking price.
We did.
On the time frame they needed. With a job reload, the time frame is majorly important. How happy were they when they got done?
Oh, we were at an event yesterday for the eclipse, and she said, I have the best realtor ever. I can't believe I have the best realtor ever. And I'm like, in front of everybody. So I made them very happy. I was able to negotiate some terms that meant everything to them as reloads, especially when the kids were getting out of school in that time frame. And that just was the icing on the cake for them.
So what I'm hearing here is she's not a secret agent, right? Amy's putting the good word out in a nice way that's not offending people. That's one of the fears people have. You flipped it to, hey, this is my playbook to go get a listing, so I'm just going to do that. I'm not going to deviate from it. You implemented it, and now you got this raving fan, and if you don't think people aren't paying attention at these eclipse events or whatever you're doing, I've got some news for you. You can't buy that kind of exposure. So way to kick some butt. This is how to do it, ladies and fellas. Take notes. You want to get in touch with Amy, her information's right at the bottom here. See you next week.